Hello everyone, good evening for those of us in Malaysia and in Singapore and in Asia, and good morning, good afternoon, people from everywhere else. Okay, I'm getting some error right now. Okay, if you can hear me and you are seeing me, just put in the chat box. Tell me where you're from and how has your week been. Come on, old dreamers. Okay, I hope everyone is doing well. Yeah, it's good to be back on Tuesday evening. Just had my dinner. Came back from a full day. Amazing time I had with one of the guests that I invited to do an episode. His name is David Ho. He's a President Award-winning scholar and educator, and now he's working with a company here in Malaysia, YSL, and just doing amazing things. So I'm always very grateful for people who share the journey of a dreamer, having a vision and a dream of what we can do to make positive impact in the world and to just help people and bless people. So I always feel very comforted to have fellow people to journey together with me. And likewise for all of us, always happy to be back. I hope that we are all in a good place as a community, as a tribe. I know that some of you are not on. There's an error occurred. Please try again later. Okay, I'm still having technical problem trying to do this live. So I'm getting errors like this which I do not know how to solve. But I suppose I'll keep going. Yeah, which is a philosophy of mine. If you want to do something, you just go ahead and do it, even if you do not know how to do it. And if a problem comes, you just solve it as you go along. And if you don't have skills, right? So maybe one day somebody will come along and help me. Anyway, I just want to share a little bit about going live in this manner. That is a very challenging thing to go live for someone who value my privacy, and who value not being discovered, my weaknesses. Coming live and just speaking into the camera like this, it has a lot of I'm nervous. There's a lot of jitter in terms of coming on. And I suppose that all of us, when we pursue our dreams or we start something new, we always have that jitter as well, because we are always not sure how effective we are and how good we are. And sure enough, when you start something, you're new, right? So you start off a beginner. So everyone who starts off a beginner. So with a beginner, of course, you're going to make mistakes. Of course, you're not able to do things. But a lot of times, this type of potential mistakes that we can make sort of push people away, scare people away from pursuing it and to keep going. And I think that's a pity, because so much more can be done, so much more dreams can be realized if we just push through this initial fear or initial obstacle that we may be facing, that we may face, when or we're gonna face, okay, when we start a new journey. Yesterday Malaysia announced that the election is going to come soon. Our Prime Minister went to the King, and the King gave him permission to dissolve the government yesterday. So the rule is that within the next 60 days, there's going to be an election. It's exciting time, because with the election, the old government will go, and the mandate goes back to the people to elect a new government. A lot of you may feel that politics is just politics, that it doesn't involve you, and you feel that whether you vote or not, it doesn't really matter. But I just want to encourage you. I stay in Malaysia, and in the last election, I stay in Singapore. I'm a permanent resident in Singapore. I've been in Singapore for many years. I remember the last election, I came back, to Malaysia to vote, and surely enough, I think my vote make a difference, and we got UMNO kicked out from government, and we brought a new government in. But sadly, of course, a little bit later, the government turned around, and now UMNO is still in charge. But anyway, we get another chance. But what I'm saying is that, I really made my vote count. I actually came back all the way from Singapore to Kuala Lumpur, and I cast out my vote. I know some of you may say that, hey, maybe one vote won't make a difference. Sure, one vote will not make a difference. But what if 20% of us, think the same way, and then don't turn up? 20% of the votes would make a difference to which party or which politician is put in place to rule us. And I think that we always need to look into all these small things with great interest and with great hope that it will make a difference. So every small thing that we do may not seem significant now, but I think if we add up, when we have we add up, it will add up to that 20% that is going to make a difference. So I encourage you all to, if you're Malaysians, hey, take this opportunity to go and cast a vote. You wouldn't know what difference it will make, but it will make a difference. Of course, if 20% of you think the same way, it will make a difference. So yeah, value your citizenship. I know a lot of friends who may not be even in this position to vote because they are like migrants from another country, and some of them are stateless. They, even if they want to vote, they can't. So I want you to not take your citizenship for granted, and yeah, just think about the people that wanted to be a citizen of certain places where they are staying in, but they could not. Yeah, so encourage you to go and make a difference. And for those of us who are listening, who don't have a chance to vote or anything like that, don't lose hope. Continue to know that doors will open for you if you continue to dream, you continue to do what people cannot take away, which is your dream and your hopes and your vision of your future. And when you do that, I assure you, miracles will happen more readily than if you give up hope and don't do it at all. So I encourage you to, whether Malaysians or not, continue to dream, continue to have hope for the future, and know that every action matters. If you get a chance to vote, please vote. If you don't have, just sow the seed in different ways. Last week I taught you all about how to sow seeds, right? How to dream in the 12 areas of your life. So I hope you have been doing that and finding fruits in doing it. I know sometimes that it may not, you may not see results immediately, surely, because if you plant a seed onto the soil, you got to water it, you got to and it will grow. The fact that you have planted it into your subconscious, into your dream, it will surely grow. Okay, if you just be patient, wait for it, and not to doubt yourself, doubt God, or doubt the process. Result is going to come. So I'm very excited that going into a new era for Malaysia with the Malaysia government, and I'm also very excited about the different dreams that I've embarked on, and I hope that you are joining me in that journey. So we're going to talk about later on my fitness dream. So it's something that I'm very excited about. So I'm going to share a little bit about that journey too. Anyway, so okay, the point that we want to talk about today is, in my description I say how to be strong, right? How to be strong spiritually, physically, mentally, and emotionally. How to be a strong person. I know that 2 days ago, or was it yesterday, that I was told that the world is celebrating Mental Health Day. So I think we live in a time where mental health is so important. We don't used to have issues like this when I was growing up, when we were younger. There is, but nothing calls for declaring a day where we actually had to pay attention to our mental health. Yes, because of COVID, or because of, I think not so much COVID, also in terms of technological advances, social media, and how ideas are being propagated, and how we spend a lot of time in front of screens. It has created a lot of stress, a lot of disconnection from normal connection that people do. So much so that we spend so much time online than in real life. So it created a lot of issues with our mental health. So surely we had a day to really talk about it. So today I just want to talk a little bit about this in line with our topic, how to be strong, physically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally. Okay, mental health is an ongoing thing in our life. I think we always have to see ourselves not as someone who's suddenly being attacked with mental illness or mental unhealthiness, but it is through an ongoing process, an ongoing pattern that actually created our poor mental health. So I always encourage people to, first and foremost, to take responsibility for whatever situation you are in. I think we live in a world where a lot of people and a lot of even groups and movements, right, trying to push the responsibility to something else, to complain about the external world creating something that created the problem that we have. And while part of it is true, but we cannot push all responsibility onto them without knowing that we have the power and the ability to control what has been pushed to us. And so if we take 100% responsibility upon where we are, our mental health, or the issues that we are facing in my life, whether good or bad, right? If we take 100% responsibility for that, then we take back power to what can turn around in our lives. So I want to encourage people to, if we are suffering from sort of a mood issue, issue of mental and unhealthiness, to take back control and think about what you can do. I taught you the last session about how the physical world, what we see, and actually the invisible world, the spiritual world, is actually the same world. what you impact physically, right, impacts the spiritual, and what you impact spiritually inside impacts the physical as well. So I like to think that sometimes when spiritually or emotionally, mentally inside us, we are being affected, right? Know that the emotional world, the mental world, the spiritual world, and the physical world is the same thing. So when sometimes we face challenges within ourselves, within the physical, right? No, sorry, within the emotional or within the spiritual, that there is a physical solution to it. So I want to encourage those people who are like mentally not well, you are going through depression. Of course, yes, go and see a psychologist, go and see the doctor. Please find help. Please talk to people. In fact, message me if you're going through something like that. We can talk and we can discuss and we can care for you such a way to bring you back to health. But if you want to think about how you can take responsibility, you have the power to overcome it. So what happens within us, if we change what happens outside of us, we can make a difference to our mental health as well. So if you are going through some challenges emotionally, mentally, spiritually, I encourage you to physically do something about it. Sometimes just instead of spending time at home, right, I encourage you to go out of the house, right, implement maybe some physical exercise, go out for a walk, go for a jog, set a goal to improve your physical health. I believe that if you are able to pull yourself out to do that, right, it will fix the issues or some of the issues that's happening within you. So a physical change actually affects the spiritual, the emotional, and the mental as well. So I always encourage those people who are suffering inside, right, to do something outside to change it. And likewise, if someone is facing something physical outside, right, and you think that emotionally, mentally, spiritually has nothing to do with it, then you are wrong. That to fix something in the emotional, mental, and the spiritual. When the spiritual thing change, the emotional thing change, the mental thing change within, right, it impact the physical as well. So in the ideal state, in the state where someone is mentally healthy, they are spiritually healthy most of the time too, or they are mentally healthy most of the time too, and likewise. So I don't want you to see your mental health, your spiritual health, your physical health as anything different. They are not isolated components of your life, but they are integrated and they are just part of you. So one of a good strategy is whenever you face something in the spiritual, do something in the emotional. If you face something in the emotional, do something in the physical. If you face something in the physical, do something in the mental. Just take action, challenge yourself to have the empowerment to do it. I know it's challenging. You didn't ask to be in a situation like that, right? You just sort of drifted, but just take the responsibility that it didn't happen overnight, and it's through a pattern of things that you have been doing or not doing that actually created it. So if you take responsibility, do something different in the other realms of your life, right? I believe that you are able to fight it. You're able to overcome it. Of course, don't do it alone. Always consult talk to your friends, your family, and talk to us in the tribe. We just want to encourage you to be overcomers, and don't forget to have a dream. When you have a dream, you you look forward to what you can become. So you will put aside things that hinders you, but press on. So the important thing, two important things that I can think of is yes, first continue to dream, to have dreams in your life. I talk about the 12 aspects of your life. There's financial, there's family, there's friends, there's emotional, there's career, there's your life purpose, there's your living environment. There's just so many areas of dreams that you can just close your eyes, imagine what your future is going to be like. So when you have a dream like that, you can't help it but wake up to pursue those dreams. So it's that type of progress in your life, no matter how small. Please, I'm not asking for overnight change. I'm only asking for 1% change in any of these areas, right? Every day, you're gonna make a big difference, in your life, ongoing. So in World Mental Health Day, remember this message of positivity, this message of knowing that people care, God cares, and that there is a way to overcome it, because God didn't create the different dimension as separate entity, but they're all together. So this is just a strategy for you to use. So I hope that's helpful. And another thing about how to be strong physically, mentally, emotionally, right? Other than just to overcome it, with that strategy that I just taught you, is this thing about handling tension. Okay, I told you two podcasts ago about how to handle tension, that there is always a positive in every tension that we face. Whenever a tension happens, right, there's something to learn from it and something to take home from it. So to make sure that you take the lesson and you move forward, knowing that tension is helpful. So the thing about how to be strong holistically in all areas of your life is this. First, of course, dream. When you have a dream of your greater goal, right? Whatever challenges you face, whatever difficulty you face, right? It pales in comparison to where you are going in life and what you are trying to achieve. So that always drives me. Okay, I have a calling to take care of children, to take care of orphans, to take care of people in the marginalized community. Until today, everything I do, including this YouTube channel, right, is for that purpose. And I want to encourage you to always have that dream. And whenever challenges come your way, right, you will be strong. You will think of ways, right, to overcome it so that you can move forward. So number one is be a dreamer. So dreamers, you're here for a reason. I think God divinely brought you into this community so that you can dream. Okay, it's just such an unused tool, unused faculty of our lives, to dream. Okay, I learned this from children. I was a children's pastor before. I still am but I don't have the title, of course. But I am to a lot of children in marginalized community all over Asia. But I just want to encourage you to just have that dream. Okay, that's number one. So number two, important thing about how to be strong is this. I encourage people, when you have a dream, right, when you pursue that dream, right, to always anticipate in your imagination the possible challenges that you will face towards that dream. Okay, like for example, if you want to be, let's say, a doctor, okay, you're a doctor. Sometimes in your situation, maybe you're in poverty, you don't have money, you don't have people to guide you and all these things, right? And when you tell people that you want to be a doctor, people will laugh at you. People will say that, who do you think you are? Where are you going to get the money? Where are you going to get the family support? So you got to anticipate that these problems are going to come. So what you do in your imagination, right, if you want to be a doctor or you want to be something, right, and when you anticipate those problems, right, in your imagination, you have already rehearsed or exercised what to do and how to respond to those challenges or those tensions. So what I do is that, right, like for example, I'm starting this YouTube channel. I know that when I start this YouTube channel, people will find me weird, because I've never been on video. I've always been on writing, right? So people will ignore you. People will not follow you. People will think you're weird. Okay. Yesterday I did a TikTok video of me dancing, and I sent it to people, and people say that, hey, I don't know whether to laugh or to cry. So I just ask them to laugh, don't cry. So, but whatever it is, if people choose to cry, people choose to say that it's not, why do you do that, right? But you know why you do it. So in your imagination, you always have to say that if people do this, right, how are you going to respond? So your exercise is this: close your eyes, imagine that dream, okay, and then imagine the challenges you will face in order to reach that dream. And then I want you to imagine, and I want you to think about how are you going to respond to it. Okay. How I rehearse it is like every time when I can, right, I will close my eyes and I will think about if people don't like what I do, right, how I'm going to respond to it. So you can do various things. You can just think about, when people say this, right, then I'm just going to give him a smile. Right? If people do this to challenge you, then I'm going to give them a wink or something like that. Or if somebody tell you something, right, you can just do like that. Or you can just respond in a way that is not emotional, that's not angry. So I know it's easier said than done. But you see, if you rehearse this way of responding to people in your imagination, in your dreams, in your quiet time, then what happens is, when it actually does happen, right, you know how to react. Because really practice makes perfect. Every challenges that you face, right, always define like what is going to be the next challenge that you're going to face, right? And always rehearse in your mind how you're going to respond to those challenges. And when you do that, I guarantee you, when it happens, and it will happen, right, you know how to handle it. You know how to deal with it. A lot of times, of course, when it actually happen, right, you get angry, you may overreact. I think it's fine. I mean, as long as, like I shared about tension a few episodes ago, right, always see the good on it. It will help you understand the person better, and so on and so forth. But still rehearse it, so that your chances of overreacting is going to be low. And in terms of things like physical challenges, not emotional challenges in terms of people, right? Physical challenge, or you don't have money, or you don't have the support and all these things, right? You can still imagine, that the money is going to come. You can always imagine that the friends are going to come to you. The community is going to be built. So use your imagination. Just like children, they can imagine all sorts of things. If they want something, right, they can imagine how to get it, right? Even if the adults scold them, shove them the other way, right, they will find another way to get it. Okay. So kids, if they want ice cream, they will get ice cream one day. Okay. If they want certain things, right, they will go all the way out. So rejection or no rejection doesn't matter. They will go for it. So yeah, two strategies. One is to have the bigger dream so that you can wake up not worrying about those challenges and continue to pursue the dream. And second thing is to rehearse those obstacles in your mind, how you're going to react. So when it actually happens, you know how to react, and you know how to not react, you know how to respond in a positive manner and overcome all those challenges that you face. So you can have a dream, a different dream. You can have a different dream of those challenges that you're facing also. Like for example, you say you want to be a doctor, right? Then you got no money. So you can dream your financial dream, right? You can have a dream to say that this is how much money I want to earn, okay, in this year, in that year, or this month or that month. And yeah, it doesn't harm you to dream, But when you dream, I tell you, the physical, the spiritual, it's the same, right? If you have a dream, you dare to put it out there, right? Really ask, you shall receive, seek and you will find, knock and the door will be open to you. So that's what Jesus tells us, my hero Jesus, and I learned to always ask, seek and knock, and things will be given to us. So that's the thing about how to be strong holistically, mentally, physically, emotionally. I wish you all the best as you go on pursuing your dream, and I hope that you will respond well in all the challenges that comes your way, and one day you will grow up, you will become a strong person. A strong person. That's a quote that I put up on my social media. A strong person is one that takes care of himself, but a stronger person is one that knows how to take care of others. So I hope that you be the stronger person, that you know how to take care of yourself, be strong, and one day be able to take care of other people. And that's how people view overcomers, dreamers who overcome, as people who are strong. So I hope you learn something about how to be strong in your dreams, in your challenges that comes your way. Okay, finally, I just want to share about how I started my fitness dream. Okay, just look what I'm drinking. I'm drinking green tea. I'm a coffee lover, but nowadays I've cut down on my coffee. Not because that caffeine is no good. Actually, caffeine is actually good because caffeine gives me the energy, to go to the gym to work out. But I realized that by drinking caffeine, sometimes I cannot sleep. So I have to adjust my caffeine intake as well, so that I get to have a good night's sleep as well. So I've been sleeping early in line with my fitness dream. So just to share with you why I wanted to start this fitness dream. Of course, number one is to journey with you. I have 12 areas of dreams, right? But the physical dream, my fitness dream has always been lacking. Ever since I come to Malaysia early last year, I always have this dream of losing weight and gaining muscles to have better health and to take care of this temple. Okay, the body is the temple of the Holy Spirit. Okay, that's what I know. So I just want to take care of it to be healthier, so that I be more energetic. There are things to do during the day, so it's always good to be healthier and to be fitter and to look better as well. Of course, I want my six packs, I want my muscle, and I want to feel good, about myself. So that's why I set a goal. I didn't really set a goal earlier. I just want to lose weight, so it's not defined. But ever since I started this journey and I signed up to go to the gym, it's because that even though there are progress in my health, right, but the progress is not good enough. So I set up for the next two months before I officially migrate back to Singapore to lose some weight. Okay, through this journey, this process, I learned that the problem is not about weight, because sometimes when you lose weight, right, you may lose muscle also. So muscle is not the enemy. Okay, so I learned that what is the enemy is the fat percentage. So I started measuring my fat percentage. I remember several months ago I measured like 24% fat percentage. And then I did a lot of research and I found out that the enemy is fat percentage. So if I have a goal, right, the goal is to reduce the fat percentage in my body. So that's what I've set myself to do. When you lower your fat percentage, right? In my post, I asked, like, I did a picture about me and then somebody with 6 abs, right? And then I asked, where's mine? Okay, and I'm not joking. I'm really asking, where's mine? And that's one of the questions that I had when I started my fitness journey. Where's mine? And then I realized one thing, sometimes a lot of times in fitness goals, right? People go to the gym and try to build muscles, and they spend a lot of time in the gym trying to build muscles. But actually, your muscles can just be toned up, and it's easier to tone up. The problem is because we have the fat level, right, that's covering the muscle, right? Especially the abs area, right? Actually, your abs is already there. Okay, it's actually your fats covering your abs. So I learned that if you reduce the fat, right, and there's a chart saying that at what percentage of fat level, right, and then how your six packs look like. So, and they say that at 15% fats level, you're starting to see your abs, right? At 10, right, you definitely can see it. So it's about fats covering your abs, not that you don't have abs, but this fats covering your abs. So my goal became that I just want to reduce fat. Okay, I was at 24, I think, beginning of this year, maybe end of last year or something like that. Then now I'm at 22.8 when I started to join the gym a week ago. So the lowest I got was 21.9 or something like that. And then my scale from overfat, right, there's a description called overfat, become healthy. So for the first time, right, I started to experience fat loss at a level that I could never imagine. So I started this journey because I knew where I was, that I have too much fat, and then I know where I want to go as well. So my goal is that I want my fat level to be under 20, which is 19%, before I go back to Singapore. So I have a goal. So I have first I know where I am, how healthy I am, and what is the problem, right? And the second thing what I did is that I have a goal, like what I want to achieve. Okay, and then the third thing is to go and do it. Okay, but please realize that it's not willpower that made me achieve the results that I have achieved, for that 1 week, and even before that, as I'm trying to slim down. But it's not just the willpower, because willpower can only serve you so much. But it's actually the dream that I had. Okay, in terms of my fitness goal, right, I taught you last week that you press on the fitness dream, right? There's a picture that runs through my mind. Okay, so what's the picture that runs through my mind? Okay, have you seen the picture of this James Bond actor, Craig what? The last James Bond. Cannot remember his name suddenly. Daniel Craig. Okay, Daniel Craig. Okay, he has a famous shot of him coming out of the beach. Then he has his body, right, and then he has his six packs. Okay, so when I pressed my fitness dream, right, I had a picture of that. Only that it wasn't his face, it was my face. Okay, so I imagine coming out of the beach, right, with my ideal dream body. Lame, but very honestly, very authentically, that's how I envision my body to be like. So I had a dream. Sorry, not to say that I'm gonna achieve it tomorrow or even before I go back to Singapore. But what I'm saying is that I have an ideal image of how I look like, and that's the dream that I have. So every day when I cannot drink my coffee because I needed the sleep for my muscle to recover, so every time I want to eat the food that I want to eat but I cannot eat, right, I will have the dream. I would think about a goal that I want to achieve, and it motivates me, okay, to change my behavior. So it's not purely willpower, really. So nowadays when I go shopping, when I eat, right, I always try to eat the most quality food that I can, because okay, how you lose fat, okay, is have lesser calorie in, compared to the calorie that comes out, right? So every day we use certain amount of calorie, okay, it comes out of your body, and so every day we also eat certain amount of calories, that's what going in. So as long as what goes in, the calorie that goes in, right, is lesser than the calories that come out, you will lose weight. So forget all the fitness gurus who talk to you about the different ways, different tricks and strategies to do it, right? It's all BS, okay? It's all not true. It's only this principle, okay? Less go in and more come out. Okay, that's all. That's all that is to it, okay? And yeah, I've been sort of calories counting, okay? Not really to the dot, but you know, in a very casual way. Okay, I actually have an app that I record down like what I eat kind of thing, and I make sure that I'm below the calories that I use. So basically that's my strategy. And I tell you, with that Craig Daniel body dream, right, it's not a struggle for me, you know. Seriously, I go out, I look for the most highest quality food that I can get, because high quality food have quality calories, and it fills me up, and that I don't crave for any other food. And I feel that, you know, I have no craving for pizza. I have no craving for things that I used to crave anymore. I just go for food that is good quality, that's more protein based, less carbs, and I'm good. Really. I'm eating in deficit, okay, every single day, and I tell you, I'm not hungry, and I am motivated. So I feel that this journey is great and enjoyable for me. So I want to encourage you to, yeah, go do it too. I know some of you are thinking that, you may not have the money to go for the highest quality food, right? But I'm not saying that it's about money, okay? I never had money also, okay? Before this phase of my life, right? I'm also struggling. I'm also living paycheck by paycheck, right? But whatever it is, you know, I could still find the best quality food, or be mindful of what I eat, right? With whatever that I have, right? So never give up, okay? It's not about being the best, but it's being, again, 1% better than you were yesterday. So just want to encourage you, regardless of where you are, right, to go forward and pursue your dream. I know some of you also may feel that, okay, you are certain size, and then what's the point of losing weight? What's the point? And I hope you don't see yourself as ugly. I hope you don't see yourself as without hope. You know, I want to tell you one thing about beauty. Seriously, beauty is not about the size. It's not about the Craig Daniel body also. It's really about you being happy who you are and improving every single day, having a dream to improve every single day. So I was 24% fat, okay? So I become 22, so I'm happy. I don't have to be Craig Daniel body, right? So I'm really happy that I'm making progress. So it's really about the progress. And never see yourself ugly because you are fat, or never see yourself ugly because you have a certain feature that you feel that it's not very pleasant in you. You know, beauty is not about the physical. It's really about how you feel inside, how confident you are inside of you. You know, I'm sure you have seen people who are of a certain size, right? Who are very attractive. Okay, I know a lot of, last time Hong Kong has a lot of Kung Fu artists, right? They have this Kung Fu artist, Samuel Hong, right? He's quite big size, right? But he's pretty attractive. He's a macho guy, you know, he can do Kung Fu and all these things. It's not about that. You know, I know Lydia Sam, there used to be a very big size lady who's an actress. She's very pretty. Okay, a lot of people find her very attractive. And then recently, you know, in YouTube, there's this guy called Andrew Tate. Okay, I'm sure you heard about him. He was banned from social media because of his viewpoint and all these things. He called himself the top G. Okay, that means the top. The top, I don't know what G means. He's the top man, you know, a very muscular man. And if you really look at him, he's not handsome, really. He's not handsome, right? He has a brother who's much more handsome than him. But if you look at both of them, right, you say that both of them is just as handsome, as attractive, right, as one another. No one more, no one less. So it's not really about how you look. It's really about how you feel inside of you. So I just want to encourage you to never see yourself ugly, never see yourself not being able to improve. It's not about the look also, it's about your health. It's about doing better every single day. So I just want to encourage whichever state you are in, whichever finance situation you are in, right? You can start a fitness dream. You can start a dream to look better, to feel better, and to eat better, and to really improve in your health. You improve your health also is also for the people around you. Of course, it has to be your dream, right? But also for people around you, so that you don't trouble the people around you one day. When you're older, you're able to take care of yourself as much as you possibly can, and you don't want to burden your family. So there's so many reasons to start your fitness dream. So go ahead, right? First, find out where you are at. I never wanted to admit how much body fat I had, in the past, but recently, so the last 2 years, I'm beginning to know. These are like new knowledge to me, 24%, 20%, all these things. So know where you are, right? And always know where you want to go, right? What is your goal? Mine is under 20% fat level, right? So what is yours? And then lastly is to have a dream, a bigger dream of how you look like, how you feel, and how you can be, okay? So that you will continue this dreamer's journey together. So start your fitness dream, and I promise you I will always be here to support you and to push you forward as we pursue our dreams together. So with that, God bless. Again, I want to end this time with a time of meditation, because I so believe that the fundamental, the most important thing of a human being is the ability to breathe. So I want to link this meditation to your breathing. Recently I read that you can lose weight breathing also. I like to use science. Okay, when you breathe in, right, what do you breathe in? Oxygen, right? Oxygen is O2, right? O2, 2 oxygen. Okay, when you breathe out, what happens? What comes up? According to your science, carbon dioxide. That's right, carbon dioxide. So what is carbon dioxide? For those who are science, okay, can you put in the chat box? Okay. Sorry, I'm not reading the chat box, so you can put in the chat box and make this a responsive thing. It's CO2, right? CO2. O2 is oxygen, right? Where does the C come from? You breathe in oxygen, you breathe out CO2. See, there's carbon. Carbon comes from very complicated science. You can read it up if you want. But really, when you breathe in oxygen, you breathe out carbon dioxide, right? You're breathing out calories, you're breathing out energy, right? You're breathing out, so your calorie output will be higher when you breathe. So with that, I want to lead you in a time of contemplation and meditation. So I want you to close your eyes, okay, and take a deep breath. Inhale through your nose, okay? Take a deep breath in. Okay, I want to hold your breath right down at your stomach, right? And then I want you to exhale. Okay, when you inhale, I want you to inhale through your nose. Okay, inhale again, one more time. Okay, when you exhale, I want you to exhale all your calories, all the things that you don't want. Okay, when you inhale again, I want you to inhale the love of God, the Spirit of God to give you life. Okay, I want you to inhale all the good things. And now exhale. I want you to exhale all the things that is not for you, not from God. I want you to exhale. Okay, inhale again. Okay, and exhale. Okay, I want you to keep doing it. Inhale and exhale, and keep doing it until you feel a certain relaxation, okay, in your body, and you no longer think about the things you worry about, the things that you're concerned about. Okay, so breathe in again. Now as you do this, you can also imagine your breath, right, like a cursor, okay, like a cursor, like a mouse cursor, right? And I want you to follow that cursor, right, going in through your nose, through your mouth, your neck, your stomach, hold it there. And then the same cursor, right, breathe out, then it goes through your chest, your neck, your mouth, your nose, and out again. So I want you to pay attention to this breath, right? The most fundamental thing that we have as human beings, right? The breath that God gave to us when He gave us life. So I want you to pay attention to that breath, right? I just want you to learn to slow down and not to worry about the things that we normally worry about, but to focus on your breath, to focus on God. Okay, as you regulate your breathing that way, and you're in a state of flow, you're in a state of acknowledging your spiritual being, that you are a spiritual being. Okay, I want you to answer these two questions. You know, in the Bible, when some of the disciples first met Jesus, right, the first questions that Jesus asked them is, what do you want? And what are you looking for? What do you want? And what are you looking for? So as you breathe in and breathe out, as you slow down, I want you to answer that question. So what do you want? What are you looking for? What's your heart's desire? What's your vision for your life? What are your dreams? I want you to slowly just whisper the answer to God. What do you want? And what are you looking for? So I want you to continue to seek for your own answer to that question, and not hurry, and not to be in haste when you think about what you really want. What are you looking for? Okay, I want you to slowly think, slowly imagine that future that you want and that God will want to bless you with. Be still and know that I am God. I believe God is telling all of us also to ask, to seek, and to knock. Because when you ask, you shall receive. When you seek, you will find. And when you knock, the door will be open to you. Yes, if you want to, for those of you who do not know God, you want to know God, you can just ask God. You just ask Jesus to come into your life, so that you do not have to use strategy or techniques to approach Him. You can just ask God, come into my life and to be with me. So, okay, inhale right now. Exhale. Inhale again. Exhale. And for the last time, inhale. And exhale. And you can slowly open your eyes again. Okay, I hope that exercise helps you encounter that question that you need to ask yourself. What do you want? And what are you looking for? And with that, I hope you find your dream. And yeah, thank you for spending today with us. So how long did I take? I hope it wasn't too long. Oh, 51 minutes. Okay, so I hope it wasn't too long. I hope you enjoy this time. So I see you again next week. With that, remember, if you're Malaysian, to vote. And if you are not, continue to dream. And I hope you start your fitness dream together with me, so that we can journey together. So with that, I see you, and thank you for joining us. Bye-bye.